tackle boxes make great parts trays. Alright, where are we at with this? We have a Ford 10R140 10-speed from a Super Duty. Customer says vehicle clumps and lunges forward when shifting into drive, also lunges backwards when shifting in reverse, has trouble shifting on acceleration at highway speeds, and most likely has a harsh downshift when coming to a stop. Super common with these. I already drained it and I put 2 little hooks on the torque converter because these things are incredibly heavy. And you don't want to scuff up the seal on the inside. The last thing you want to do is pay for a new torque converter as well. These can be stuck, so it can be a pain in the ass, but I already took it off earlier just to get it prepped. And also they're going to dump a lot of fluid in there. I also drained this, so there's only 4 bolts holding the pan on. Taking out the valve body. Let's see what we got. We've got 11 bolts holding the valve body in. And they're all hex heads. The other bolts are all E-torques. See what I mean? You got E-Torx. Just take off all the hex head bolts. This is the seal for the valve body. You have to take out 3 speed sensors. So I have 3 speed sensors you're going to take out. There's this one here, the one right under it, and then a third one down there. You don't got to take off the harness, just got to keep these out of the way because you're going to be lifting the drum out. You don't want the sensors to get caught on it. Three E-Torx for the pump. And that's it for in there. Now we gotta get the cover off. Power tool. So getting the front cover off can be a big pain. Sometimes it's real easy. So in here, if you look, you can see a little gap under there. Basically, you want to get something you can pry under there, but you don't want anything that can deform that. And that can be tricky. Okay. Now we can fun part. And get the drum out of here. It is. Alright, so now we're just going to work on taking the drum apart. Alright. See if it's burnt. Alright. Snap ring here. Pop off the snapping. The planter gear on too loose.
Yeah, I have a question in part.
Yep, there it is. We'll get to that in a minute. So,
At least you did.
every shop has that one guy that drives everyone nuts. Alright, look at this. Got some. So this clutch got burnt up, and you see hot spots on there. I don't know how well it's coming through with the glare. That one's done. Alright, let's check out the D clutch. That's the one in the middle there. Clutch is looking alright. On the F clutch, it'd be a huge pain to get out. At least it's not going to pain sometime. But not today. There's also free snapping. So snap ring that overlaps itself here, that one is a selective size, and you can get different thicknesses to adjust the clutch in the specification. The thick one is essentially just a filler, and then the top one is another thin one, but it doesn't close all the way, and that is what holds all of them together. And that is for the left clutch. Let's take a look. That one looks alright. I'll get all these put back in the spec and then put the transmission back together. Now this is where one of the many problems with the 10 speeds, especially with 10R140 and most especially with the gas engine ones. Not sure why it's predominantly a gas engine issue, but it can happen to Super Duties. I've done a dozen of them that had this issue with a Super Duty diesel. Let's see if I can show you this. So, in here, there's this bushing, it's a sleeve, and you can see little holes at the top. This sleeve has shifted downward, it's out of position. It's supposed to be flush with this line, at the bottom of this line in here. Look at this. I already ordered one of these because I knew this was going to be the problem. So in this one, you can see that this bushing, I don't know how well it's coming out in here, but this bushing is right up to the line in here, right to the bottom of this groove, and that's where it's supposed to be. You can see, same thing on this side, that sleeve is right up to the line. However, on this one, you can see that it's gone past the line on one side, and it's too far away from the line on this side. So, That's got to get replaced. And that's the predominant cause of losing 10th gear, 2nd gear. I've seen it lose 4th gear before. So there's a few ways. How you doing?
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing. I don't like wearing watches on the cars.
Does it drip under the watch band?
Yeah. Seems like the transmission fluid would eat that watch band too.
Hasn't yet.
Yeah. It's a lot of watch for $12. Same watch that someone did a lot more.
So I heard, yeah. But I mean, if it's good enough to survive in a desert cave, it's good enough for me, I suppose.
It's true.
Sorry about that. People chatting. Anyway, as I was saying, the bushing inside here shifted out of position. The only way to fix it is to get a new CDF clutch drum. The parts aren't terribly expensive, it's the labor. It's rough. Now, that's one way these fail. Another way they fail is a sticking valve body. So, valve body. Yeah. So the valve body here can have sticking valves in it, and that causes another identical one. Ready?
Fixing it?
Not yet. About to though. I think it's got enough detergent in it.
What?
I think it's got enough detergent in it. I don't think it needs more soap. Everyone wants to talk today. Alright, so this is one way it can fail. You usually lose 2nd or 10th gear. You'll get like a wrench light on. If the valve body has sticking valves, that usually causes like a harsh downshift when you come to a stop, usually around the 3rd gear. And it can also make a harsh like reverse the drive engagement. But third way can fail. If it's leaking from the input and output shaft seals. Now these seals, they're not like pressed on, they're just little Teflon plastic seals with like a scarf cut on it. The fluid leaks past that. That's another one where you get the harsh reverse to drive smashing the gear. So, all in all, these 10 speeds are not great. I wouldn't buy one. Well, maybe I would because I can fix them. I wouldn't recommend anyone else buy them. At least not the 2019 was an awful year. They're getting better. The 2022s on up, you don't really see the same problems. But yeah, prior to 2022, the 10 speeds, I'd stay away from them because they have all 3 problems. So there's a couple TSBs on them. Let's see if I can recall what the TSB numbers are. Alright, looks like we got TSB 22-2087. 23, and TSB 23-2160. Numbers don't really mean much because they update the TSB and it gets a new number all the time. I figured I'm going to do both TSBs because I assumed it's going to have both problems, because you don't want to get this far into it, only do one TSB, and then have, like, you don't want to fix this and then have these seals give out in, 5,000-10,000 miles from now. So I'm going to do them both. Yeah. So that means I got to take apart this guy. Now, unfortunately for you home mechanics, you're going to need some special tools to do this job. It's bad enough you got to try to drop the car out without like a 2-post lift or anything, but you're going to need something like this to compress the springs so you can get these snap rings out. Why are you fighting with me? And yeah, that's something you gotta deal with. Sometimes things just fight you for no good reason. Snap ring. Here's our piston spring. Well, technically that's the balance dam in the piston spring. It's actually the piston is in here. Piston out. Get the piston out of here. Yeah, apply some air into one of these holes. But first you gotta find the right hole. Put it in. There it is. So that's one out.
Larry, Park 3.
the other snap ring. So you got two of them. They're both identical. It doesn't matter. You can get them mixed up. There's our other balance down. You should note that this one is supposed to get replaced. We're going to do that. This one, you just got to put in a new seal around the edge. Not sure why Ford designed it, so they couldn't just have a new seal go in there, but who am I to question them? Oh yeah, you're going to get it everywhere. The transmission fluid. It's not going to be a clean job. Alright, there's our other piston. This is the C-clutch piston. And the other one, the D-clutch. Now, we need to go get a special tool to finish taking apart this one. But I can at least start. So in here, you got this little ring. You have to pop that off. It's just that kind of held in place with friction. So make a little gap so you get a bigger screwdriver in there. And just push it there and pop it off. Now is when I need the tool. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. Now, this is Rotunda T-Kit 2016 P4-FL. Probably doesn't mean nothing to you, but you're going to need something to apply pressure in 3 places. So, you creative guys can probably find something that'll work. But since I'm at the dealership and I have dealership tools, I'm going to use them. Okay, so now we're going to need to press this aluminum ring down because there's one more snap ring running around the inside of this. It's kind of tricky because you have to be able to push it down while also leaving room for the snap ring to come out. That's probably enough. All right. Might not be able to see it. There's the snap ring visible now. Gotta pop that out. Easier said than done most times. Alright, there's snap ring. Yeah, it'll come out. Just realized I'm probably gonna get copyright strike from all the music playing in the background. Anyway, to get this ring off, just smack it with a hammer. Oh, there's our piston. There's our piston spring. Yeah. There's the other part of the piston. There we go. There's our empty drum. Now we just gotta put seals on the new one and start reassembling. Fortunately, some of the seals on here, they're very close in size. Like one here is very close to the size there, but they're not quite the same. You gotta take a lot of care to make sure that, like, this one is just a hair smaller than this one, and they are two different seals. You gotta make sure you put the seals in the right place. So I'm gonna go lay them all out, get the right seals. I'm gonna lay out the seals so that they're ready to be installed in the right place, and I'm not gonna have anything backwards. Unfortunately, that's gonna take some time. So let's see. This is. This is the kit for the TSB. Here's my new input and output shaft seals. Do this later. This is most likely my seal kit.
Can I bother you?
Yeah, what's up?
Was yesterday a holiday?
May 1st? Maybe.
I went to my bank and they were closed at 5 o'clock. Usually they close at 5:30.
I went there. They're still open.
Oh, really?
But I didn't go at 5 o'clock.
You went there like, did you work there?
Yeah.
No. They weren't like, it's national,
I don't know.
de Mayo.
It's hard to keep track of all these holidays. They're coming and going all the time. Anyway. Alright, so this is my seal kit. So we got a couple PTO gaskets. I'll hang on to those. This one doesn't have a PTO on the truck, but it has a plate for the PTO, so if you want to put one in, you can. There we go. That's what I need. So these, all the seals needed to rebuild. And this must be the pistons, as well as the input and output shaft seals. Here's that replacement piston I was telling you about. Another piston. Output shaft seals. Alright. So rebuild kit is for doing everything. I'm not doing everything in this. I'm just doing what's needed to repair it. I'm not rebuilding the transmission. I'm repairing it. Okay. Bear with me while I lay out these seals. This is oil pan gaskets here. Check out the oil pan. More piston seals. Front cover seal. Lay that on the front cover. We'll put output shaft seals. Pump seal. Too worried about scattering the pieces and mixing them up. If anyone's following along, first off, I'd pray with you. Secondly, I'll help you sort out which parts are right. Or in case you did mix it up, you're not totally screwed. Not that you would be totally screwed. There's only one way we can go back together, and we'll figure out during the reassembly if it's wrong, because throwing that up. Alright, now the fun part. Because unfortunately, as you can tell, none of them are labeled. You have to just take off a seal and try to match it up. Also one on the inside. These are tricky to get out. At least tricky to get out without stabbing yourself with a mini screwdriver. Should be two of these, and they should be identical because they go on the same spindle. Get rid of the old one. done. Next we'll do the other one. This one. Done. The one I just put on there and the one that I'm taking off this one should be the same size. So find two that are the same size and fit there. That's easy. Alright. Now, let's move on to this guy. The old one. There's a little over shaft there. So we're going to find its corresponding partner. Put that on. There's two grooves near the top of this shaft here. Now we'll put the O-ring on the bottom one. The top groove is going to have the snap ring. So, as you can see, there's the top groove and then the bottom groove right under it. O-ring goes on the bottom groove, just above the holes here. Alright, that's one. Now, we also have we'll do these two middle ones. Find another set that's the same size. Alright, now it's going to be one bigger one. Perfect. This. Put the O-ring on the wrong one. Don't want to do that. Alright, done with that. Now, this guy. wheels for the rest of the rebuild if you're doing it. Piston. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. Jug like that. Just so I can move up the wheels. This guy. Let's move this in a bit. All right. These can only fit one way, obviously, because they're different sizes. The one with the bigger ring goes in the bigger hole. The smaller ring goes in the smaller hole. Got your springs. The pistons have little grooves in them where the spring sits. So it's pretty easy to find out which spring works and which one doesn't. Like this bigger spring doesn't fit. Small spring. Perfect. Just need piston. Cold coffee. Nice. All right, we need our tool snapper. Nope. Not quite on all the way.
Yeah, I have a question in part.
Appreciate it if you would stay put this time. Alright. Now, same thing for this side. Piston. Pop it in. ring. There is. What did I do with? Oh, there. Yeah, that's right. All right. Second little snap ring. Cool. Now this one is a bit more tricky. So you're going to want to start with the groove pointing up. Spring. One way that it sits. It doesn't sit that way. See what I mean? You put it this way, it doesn't sit on the bottom. Okay. You'll figure it out. You're a smart guy. This one could sometimes use a little persuasion. If you have a shop brace, it makes this a lot easier. But this is something you can buy on Amazon for not too expensive. So the 2 snap rings that I put on already, and as well as this one, they're all going to be round. So it's not going to be easy to mix them up because there's only 3 round snap rings, one for each piston for the C and the D clutch, and then the big round snap ring for the F clutch. So getting that in is fairly painless. But getting this ring on can be a bit more of a challenge because it's really just snapped on. So get that.
So, do you have an opinion on?
Opinions on a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, but on the SIG P365.
My brother has one. He says it's fantastic.
Yeah, but I've not shot one yet. But my buddy Tyler has one for feels great. I think that's what I'm gonna buy. Hopefully today, but probably tomorrow.
It's your birthday today?
It is.
Happy birthday. It's all downhill.
I know.
Where are you getting it from?
What?
Where are you getting it from?
Probably RMI. That's where I bought all of my guns, except for one. My AR I bought from Bucksport, and that was a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like commies. Like every single proof of residence I brought them, they're like, well, no, we want this and we want that. It's like, oh my god, you're worse than the fucking DMV. I went to RMI and dudes, I was looking at, that was when I bought my Finelli hunting gun. I was like, oh, I'd like to buy this, but I don't have a proof of residence with my home address on it. He's like, just use your hunting license. I'm like, no, you didn't hear me. It's a P.O. box. He goes, no, just reprint it. It's like, it's $1 to reprint it, and you change your home address to your physical address, and then you walk back over here and buy the gun. Oh, well, hang tight, I'll be right back. So, no, I've got all my guns from RMI.
Yeah, let me know if you find something that you like.
It sucks that I gotta wait 30 days because I want a 1911 too, but the carry gun is more relevant to me at the moment.
The first handgun I ever wanted to buy was a Beretta 92.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like Boondock Saints.
Right.
Then I saw a Bruce Willis movie called Last Man Standing, set in like the Prohibition era,
Oh, yeah.
1920s.
Uh-huh.
He was dual wielding 1911s. Changed my opinion that day.
Yeah.
I'm getting a 1911 instead.
I like me the 1911s. I just can't carry a 1911.
Yeah.
Well, I can, I just have to wear like a jacket. Because I am small.
1911, in my opinion, is a pretty good carry gun because it's so thin.
Right.
It really lays flat.
Right. And it's like throwing the kitchen sink at the guy. But that SIG's chambered at 9, so it's still pretty good.
I think it's a good choice. I've heard nothing but good things about
They
it.
come optic ready too, which is pretty cool.
There's more things you can sink a lot of money into.
Yeah, I know. That's the last thing I needed was another thing to spend money on. My parents got me well, they wanted a fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club, but it was like a whole patio set. And it came with this kick-ass barbecue. There's all sorts of cool stuff you can buy for a barbecue.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool, yeah, let me know how it goes.
Hopefully they have it in stock so I don't have to order it. If I have to order it, I gotta wait for it to show up and then wait another 10 days.
That would suck.
Yeah. But whatever. I'll get it eventually.
Sorry about that. I don't know why people are being so talkative today. Anyway. Where was I? Yeah, getting this on can be a pain. This, you can use, it's the pressure plate from the F clutch. You can use this, press it on, so you take the flat side, pop it down, and then you can use that to press it on. And even that doesn't always work 100%. I wonder if you can use, I guess you can use either side. This might actually be easier. is really stretching the limits of my spring compressor. Alright, so this one needs persuasion. Where you have your hammer. And you just smack her on the side. Set it. Pressure came off. I don't want to have to go over to the big press for this, but I may have to. Yeah. Got a bit of a gap still. Take chunks off your hammer. Be sure you get them out of there. Alright. There we go. There's our new clutch drum. Now we just got to reassemble it. So, you're going to have 4 clutches you're going to take apart. They're all different, so you're not going to be able to mix them up. So, I'll start with the big side. Now, obviously, big side takes the big set of clutches. If you look on this one of the steels is going to have a crisp line going all the way around it. That's where it sits against the clutch drum here. So that. This. That's the clutch drum. So this is the F clutch. Not bad. But it's going to be the same story for the C clutch. So same thing. Big line. And then just alternate steel, friction disc, steel, friction disc. Well, look at that. Another heat spot, so we're going to have to replace. Is the same one we were looking at earlier? I thought we were looking at the F clutch earlier. I guess this was the same one we were looking at earlier. So I'll put it in for now just to demonstrate it, and then I'll replace it later. Alright. So we have a mess of snap rings. Biggest one is set that aside. I'll go somewhere else. Now we're going to try to sort through this mess. The one that overlaps tightly, that one's for me. First off, let's
Eric, partner.
there's two of them that have a weird cutout in it. There's one. And here's the other. Set those aside. Now what we're left with is 5. They have 5, and we know which one's which. And it really is just, nope, not it. Oh, look at that. Alright. Now, put in a D-clutch. Clean line going around it. Almost forgot this. And put that in first. So, you're going to want the flat side up. Same thing, alternate back and forth. When you get to this oddly shaped pressure plate, it's going to be a side with a cutout on it. You're going to want that cutout pointing up. And then again, the snap ring is up. Well, you're just going to have to test it. You know it's not the one with the overlap. That one goes to the F clutch. So it's between the remaining 3, and one of them is obviously smaller than the other 2. So, yeah, lastly, F clutch. So we are going to find the side with the line in the clutch. Put that on. Obviously it doesn't matter if you're installing a new clutch pack. Again, you're going to want the side with the cutout pointing up. So here's the flat side. You're going to want the cutout side up. Alright, last 3 snap rings. The side that's like overlapping with itself, that goes on first. Next is the real thick guy. There's a thin one and a thick one. You're going to want the thick one. You're going to want to put the opening 180 degrees from where the last opening was. The last opening is here. It's not right there. Lastly, our remaining snap ring. A tight fit. that's what I'm saying. It'll self-correct you if you try to put it in wrong. So it can only go together one way. Sometimes it's not going to play tricks on it. But anyway, it's break time for me, so I'm gonna call it there.